Hello and welcome to Twenties Aplenty. When we last set off, Korsck had been trapped in the middle of a gelatinous cube. Will he manage to escape alive? If you enjoy the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Either way, we'd love to know what you think, so please leave a comment below. And with that, we hope you enjoyed this week's session.
We travel and roll, our intentions are good. Maybe we fight, at times polite. It's DnD.
When last we set off, the group had just revived Varric, him having perished at the hands of a clay golem, and Amanita managed to get in there in time and cast Revivify on him to bring him back around. However, he was still stuck on 1 hit point, so he was very weak and very vulnerable. So the group decided to wedge one of the doors in the array of revolving rooms. They decided that they'd use the movable rod to wedge one of the doors open, and that locked all the other doors on the array. So the group had a long rest, which enabled Cleo to prepare Greater Restoration, which he subsequently cast on Varric. Lucy subsequently gave him a potion of greater healing, so that revived some of Varric's health. The rest of the group did some preparatory work, so Varric prepared some elixirs for some of the other group, and he also identified the bottle of potion and the poison vials that he found. Once everybody was revived, all bar Amanita, who's still quite exhausted from the Revivify spell, was lying asleep, and Korsck doing one or two things. The group headed to the remaining door in the array of revolving rooms. They headed down a little passageway and found themselves in a bedchamber with a number of bookshelves, table, and in the corner was a statue, the fourth of its type that the group had found. This one had a white silk robe on it. Lucy went and examined the robe and found that it shimmered, and the silvery runes on it seemed to change and evolve as he looked at it. He discovered that as he actually touched it, its properties seemed to change as well. It seemed to evolve based on who was touching it. Cautiously, having learned a lesson from Varric's unfortunate experience with the rub of rustling, Lucy put the robe on, removing his current robe, and he discovered that he could indeed remove it. He could feel a surge of magical power through it, but he didn't do anything knowingly at that point in time. He felt that he needed some time to become acclimatized with the robe. So, Varric, Fulter, and Cleo searched the rest of the room. Varric found a note on the table which seemed to mention the name Euryphus and something about the enemy at the door and the peacekeepers arriving. Nothing much more than that, but a bit of a sight into something that may have happened in an age gone by. Everything else, the books on the bookshelves, the clothes in the wardrobe, just turned to rags and dust upon touch. So the group returned back to what they called the camp, which is where Amanita and Korsck were, filled them in on what was going on, and backtracked into the Hall of Mimics. Now that they found what they supposed they'd come to look for, they decided to plan their exit. However, they did not want to go back through the room with the gravity trap, the big black ball that seemed to need feeding. So instead, they headed out of the remaining door in the Hall of Mimics, which led them to a passageway. They made their way down the passageway, through the door, and in the middle of the room was a large bear trap. There were 2 bodies in the room. One of them was slumped against the wall, covered in blood, and had obviously written on the wall in his own blood, "Beware the bear trap." Lucy made his way into the room, tried to make his way around the bear trap. As he got halfway through, there was a grinding noise, and a number of vents started to open in the ceiling. Lucy turned and legged it back towards the door in which he came from, just as a number of owlbears fell through the ceiling into the room and began to attack. Cleo used spike growth, Amanita used a dust devil, Lucy used a fireball. In the end, Fulter was looking a bit worse for wear, so Korsck also jumped into the melee with his green flame dagger. Battle was fairly intense, and in the end, Amanita cast sleep on the remaining 2, which Fulter then went to wipe out. The group harvested some parts from the owlbears, took a short rest, during which Lucy discovered a bit more about the robe. He discovered that it seemed to offer him an element of protection. At the end of the room, the group found a door. On the door read the words, "Warning, explosive runes." So the group found that after opening the door carefully using a rope, the group found a room with lots of glowing runes on the floor. They tiptoed their way through and found themselves in a room that was relatively empty, but there was a number of passageways and a lever on the wall. They could see beyond, so far down those passageways, there was a number of portcullises. Turned out there was a bit of a puzzle where you had to pull different levers to open different portcullises, and at the end there was some treasure. Out the other door, because those two passages circled round on each other. Out the other door was a number of firewalls, in a room with a number of firewalls, which seemed to have no heat from them. But Lucy managed to burn his hand as he tested one of them. He got an acid burn. So the first one was acid, the second one was fire, and the third one was ice. So after that, the group moved up through the room, through the next door, passageway, curved round to the left. Korsck took the lead. But then the portcullis dropped. In front of him, a bit further down the passage, he could just about make out a lever. He decided to make his way down the passageway towards the lever, carefully treading. Luckily, he found an acid pit in front of him. It's reasonably deep with acid. So, seeing the acid pit, Korsck decided he would have a leap over, landing in a gelatinous cube.
Yeah, I realised after the last session was over that I basically played Korsck for this end session as basically, don't worry guys, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. For things he really doesn't know how to do.
So, we were going to roll 3d6 damage, weren't we?
Yeah.
So theoretically, if you walk into a gelatinous cube, you can roll a save, and if you succeed on the save, you get the choice of stopping short of the cube or going into it.
Yeah.
However, because the pit of acid is there, you'll just drop into the pit of acid. So I've assumed that you just went, I'm not going in there. I'll go in. So you'll take 3d6 of damage.
Okay.
Which is 5.
So we're already off to a decent start. Okay. I may have run the math on odds of not going down in 2 rounds in my spare time.
Okay.
I'll talk about it afterwards, though, not to jinx it.
So, I think at that point then, let me just pull a few things up because I need the character sheet for the cubes.
It's more than one.
No, I've got like a little library that I keep them in.
Yeah.
Just stops me from having to do multiple things.
As a player, I was about to have kittens there. Turns out, there's a good gelatinous cube on every one of these spaces.
So, we put the turn order up. Now we'll just... So the lever, just in case you don't remember, is pretty much opposite this door here.
Okay.
This portcullis that you can just about make out through the glump. The glump. So, could we all roll initiative, please?
That's not bad for me.
Oh. Owlbear is still there.
There's an owlbear still there. Oh, why does it do this? So I'll take 4 off. I'll take
Let's give it.
Take the owlbear off. Owlbear. Varric.
Cube is nice and light. That's good.
Yeah, you were 19, Varric.
Mm-hmm.
That you've just think it's showing me a 3 at the moment.
Let's see
weird.
if I can.
It's alright, I'll update it.
Oh, I've just done it.
Oh, okay. Lucy was a 16, which is right. Korsck was a 14, which is right.
I'm just about to roll, just trying to select my character.
Okay.
There we are.
Clear's not done yet, so we can get rid of him. So you're 5.
I'm rolling rubbish today again.
So okay.
I've had an awful week of it.
Oh no.
Actually, no, to be fair, Tuesday I did alright. I had a good day. Tuesday.
Okay.
I'd say my rolls have been particularly good this week. It's all been downhill. So it's the first good one of the week myself.
So, I will need to do Cleo. That. And I need to do Falter, don't I? So let me just open their character sheets. Cleo. And Falter.
Yeah, I think... I think everyone at the party would know this by now, but Korsck has very limited options for actually fighting this thing. It's literally only the melee attack, which will actually do anything.
I mean, hey, this is Varric's first time seeing one of these things, so Varric's not even sure if he's gonna be able to do anything. Do none of your spells, can you not activate any of them while you're in it or anything?
I don't think so, because it's like you're basically not able to breathe and you're partly immobilized. So it wouldn't really make sense to be able to cast while you're inside the cube.
Or throw potion bottles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So this will be pretty much based... Well, next round will be based on whether Korsck can break free and get to safe distance or not. So I'll need to ask you this on my turn win, but I'm not sure that it would make sense to break free and then be able to jump back over the pool at the same time.
No, you'd have to come out the other side of it, I think.
It'd be a horrible way to end the character. escapes a gelatinous cube.
Yeah. So when you escape, you can move out of it 5 feet, and then of course, if you've got your turn, you've then got your action. But it's 2 movements, if you know what I mean. So I think you would fall into the pit as a result, coming out that end, and then you'd be able to try and jump out of it. But,
Not without hazmat suit.
So I think we're on Varric first.
Oh, that's fine. It's to remind myself, it's a mesh fence in front of us, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can get arrows and things. It's like a bard gate, basically.
Right.
So you can get arrows through it, for example.
Can I shoot spells through it still?
Yes, it depends what it is. So if it was like, for example, if it was like something solid you were slinging, it would hit the gate. But if it was like fire,
okay, cool.
it would probably go through. If it was,
Oh, actually, okay, cool. I've got an idea. This turn, I'm just going to shoot a fireball. Peek around the corner, shoot a fireball at the gelatinous cube.
Firebolt.
Firebolt, yes. Sorry, not fireball, firebolt, yeah.
Yeah, you can do. That is definitely a hit. 13 fire damage, okay. Oh, I was just reading the rules as to whether or not the person inside the cube takes damage as well, but I don't think you do. 13.
I think it's you count as having total cover while inside it.
Yeah, that's fine. It didn't. It hasn't said, so I'm assuming that you don't.
Careful, guys. We've got to make sure we don't hit Korsck. He says after shooting the firebolt.
While saying that, Lucy is just deep in thought.
Just zoned out.
You have no idea how tempted I am to say. You see Korsck struggling inside the gelatinous cube, his middle finger just very slightly raised.
Could you do a strength check, please? Oh dear.
Strength check to flip the bird. It's a very heavy bird.
Cool. So,
More meaning behind it.
So Fulter will just sink a couple of arrows into it. So that's a hit for 8. And another hit for 4. So that's minus 12. So as each of these hits kind of strikes, you can see globules, like bits of jelly fly off it. So that then takes us to Lucy.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Can you befriend a gelatinous cube?
I don't know. Have a go. Do you
I'm
think
gonna
it could
try.
talk to you?
I don't know.
That's an intelligence roll for
I don't
Lucy.
know, is it? Does he know anything about gelatinous cubes?
Do a nature check, I guess.
Oh, nature.
Oh, wow.
18? It's a natural 19. Rolls are going alright.
When you had the battle with the grey ooze, it didn't seem to have any capability of communication.
Here, cubby. Hey, cubby. Does anything happen when I stick my hands through the portcullis to try and get its attention?
No.
Well, it's worth a shot. 2 Eldritch Blasts.
So if you just... So that wasn't charmed, was it? That was just...
No. That was just Lucy calling it over.
Cool. So that's a hit.
Cool. And then the other one...
That's a hit as well.
Be careful, Charlie. Last thing you want to do is lure it over here and then have Korsck fall into the acid pit with it. You know?
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
It was an intelligence of 1.
Straight away. That's it. Wasn't thinking about it. He just wanted to bring it over.
A 13 and an 8.
I'm sure it just wants a hug.
Yeah.
Look how tightly it's hugging Korsck.
So that takes us to Cleo. He is going to go with his short bow, actually.
Two seconds quickly.
So the first one is a miss. He rolled a natural 1, even though his roll ended up being more than the actual AC of the creature, but I'm assuming given it was a 1, it's a automatic miss. So that is that. Which then takes us to Korsck and a strength check to try and escape.
Right, so as Korsck is basically flailing around, sort of almost drowning inside the cube, his breastplate flares and his hand basically shoots towards the outside of the cube. He's basically going to try and breaststroke his way out. So this strength check has a +3 to it, which is not factored into the roll. Holy shit. 24.
It doesn't matter.
You fall out the other side of the cube.
Alright, is there time... I'll get over the thought that there's another bit of acid somewhere in here. Is it possible to do a free action perception check?
Yeah. Well, no, because you've had to take some time escaping.
Okay.
But you do get your action, your regular action and movement if you want it.
Okay.
You swim out of the cube,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'd have to move away from the cube if you want to flick the lever. The lever is there.
Mm. Yeah, cubes get opportunity attacks like every other creature, right?
Yes.
Yeah. To flick or not to flick? There's no other levers in the room, are there?
Nope, that's the only thing you can see.
Alright then. Let's see how this goes. So Korsck will begin his action by disengaging from the cube.
Okay.
Was the lever here?
It was on this one.
Okay.
So you got to move. I would say, because each square is 5 foot, you've got to be in that square.
Okay. Yeah, so what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to split my movement, so go here, object interaction, and then back up to the far wall.
Okay. So,
assuming the lever doesn't do anything.
As you move away, it swings a pseudopod at you and misses. Then, I've just got to do a couple of things. I know they're on the GM layer, aren't they? Is that right? Or are they actually on the token layer? Is that on the... Let me just do a... Oop. Let me just have a look at what you can see. Yeah, there's supposed to be a portcullis at the end of that, in front of that door.
Yeah.
But it's coming up anyway. And then we want Let's go to that player. Why is that not happening? Objects. Must be an object. Yes. Right. So we'll send that. Okay. So that one's come up, and
Okay, that one's up.
once I actually get to the right layer, you'll find that one comes up as well.
Okay, so that changes my movement a little bit, I think. So I've burned 5.
Okay.
So that's 1. I think Korsck will do, instead of backing himself into the far wall where he basically can't get away if the cube comes after him again, is he'll go... How do you do this again? It's like... basically wedge himself in the corner in this room.
Okay.
So that'll just be the token. Okay. But he's basically unceremoniously just running for his life at this point.
Okay, so you can see that pit of acid in front of you. Cool. So that then takes us to the ooze, which is going to follow you back down 15 feet. So that is 1, 2, 3. So basically it's there in front of the door. Then leads us to Amanita.
Okay. Still covering her face. There you go. Still covering her face, she'll move 5, 10. Yeah. Let's see how far you are. Hey! That far, I guess. Don't want that one. I am going to... come up. Did it come in the chat? There you go. Produce.
Okay. So it's 9. 9 fire damage. Cool. Any bonus actions, or is that you?
Yeah, that'll be it. She will then she'll just stay where she is.
Cool. Varric.
You're on mute.
Fantastic. I thought I'd unmute myself for a second there. Yeah, I'm just going to move up to the edge of the pit then. And now that Korsck is out of it, I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt just to see what happens and if it is more effective than Firebolt.
Okay. 30. Wow. DC 14 dex save.
Yeah, that's a lot of high values on the d6 there.
Mm-hmm.
So it rolled a -1.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's cute.
Is that like a line of lightning, or is it?
Yeah, so it's a full beam of like over like 100 feet. It is
Okay.
so.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
throw-
assuming it just when it hits the door, the door absorbs it and that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything. There's no like it explodes with force or anything like that. The lightning ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay, so the door is now on fire. So, 30, and everything in its path takes 30 damage.
I think so. Let me ignore the second damage roll. I'm just wondering if this puts it up on. No, it doesn't. So that was it.
There should be a little. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, display on VTT. There we are.
Mhm.
Stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet. Each creature in the line. Okay. Must make a dex save. Oh. So, the good news is you've managed to kill the cube. What's going on there? You also notice that there is another one behind it.
I knew that was going to
I
happen.
knew it, yeah.
Those blocks had to exist for a reason.
Which block, sorry?
It's like the 2x2 after the doorway.
Maybe.
We figured it out, guys. We
Glad I
figured out the
changed my
method.
mind.
You wouldn't put a passageway directly off the thing, though, would you?
I mean, I suppose if it was like you have a big space and then you want to turn one part into a corridor, you just put a dividing wall and then the door in the middle.
That'll be then my turn as well. After dealing that damage.
Cool. So I'm assuming that gelatinous cube goes on the same turn as the other one I had there. So, just for ease, that then takes us to Fulter, who, having seen the latest cube, decides he will have a go at it with his longbow. So that's a 12 and 5 damage to start off with. And then 22 and 10. So it's 15 in total. Cool. Which then takes us to Lucy.
Is there, before I begin, any consequences to what I posted in Roll20? It was right before Jess's produced.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I've got a Lucy jamming the mechanism.
Yeah.
Could you do a dexterity save, please?
X save or lose your arms.
Is this a magical effect? By chance?
This is not a magical effect. It is a
I
portable
thought I would check just in case. 11.
Okay. So as the portcullis goes up, you feel it digging into your arms. It rises up and almost pulls you up off, and you end up with 2 cuts just above the elbows, and you take 10 hit points of damage. It's bleeding quite a bit.
That's better than I thought it would. Sam, I'm okay with that.
I was going to say, I hope you've practiced casting spells with your toes.
So I'm assuming that it's I'm assuming it's where are we? Sorry, I just need to go back to I just need to go back. Right. So I'm assuming that when you when it raises up, because it's going up so far, your arms, your natural tendency is for your body to stay on the ground, so therefore gravity kind of pulls you up before your arms slip out. It's that initial kind of sudden that your hands get a bit of a cut and then they slip.
Cool.
Right.
Let's-
Anything else?
Does he? For his action, two Eldritch Blasts.
2 Eldritch plus.
26 and a 10.
Okay. So both of those are hits.
11 damage.
Never. So you sling 2 Eldritch Blasts into one of its faces. So it's still an Eldritch Blast to the face. And it just kind of, you see them, it just kind of seemed to absorb them, but you see like ripples go around it and little bits of jelly fly off it. It's now getting smaller and more. This leads us to Cleo. He's a bit stuck behind everybody. Can't quite see. He will hold his turn for now. Which takes us to Korsck.
Okay. Korsck is just cowering the corner. He's going to stay where he is and hold an action. It's basically if the cube comes in, he's going to shoot it with a crossbow.
Okay. So, cube. Moves 3 spaces towards the pit. Manita.
Okay. Seeing Lucy has hurt his arms, she will, if I can find it, where are you? Actions, bonus action. Here we go. Healing word. She will, not making eye contact, but she will touch his elbows and heal him, then turn back away and go, there. You're healed. You shouldn't be silly.
So cuts turn to bruises.
You should be more careful.
The worst part is that I couldn't use all of those heal points. My maximum's still down, and I lost the majority of them was temporary hit points. I think I claimed back 4 hit points, so it's not too bad.
Okay. Cool. So does that take us to Varric?
Cool beans. I think about what I can do. I don't want to. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at 2nd level, so that gives me an additional 1 counter. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So all 4 missiles hit.
19 damage, sorry. Did it make it easier if I just said 19 damage?
19.
19.
Yeah, cool.
I don't understand why D&D Beyond just rolls it as 1 dice when the base spell has 3. I think it's because you can choose your targets with them, but
Yeah.
weird.
Or you can just roll it once and then just times it by 2. But fine. 19's fine. Okay. It's getting ever smaller. Is that your go?
Can I... Is it an action to swap places with someone?
You can squeeze past somebody. It'll be difficult. Yeah, I would say if it's mutual, it's fine. But they would need to use some of their movement. You can go behind somebody to free up the space.
Mm-hmm. So I was hoping to go here, just move there, but then kind of squeeze by Lucy to get there.
Lucy didn't use all of his movement, so...
I didn't use any, so it's like you can go in my space, seeing as she's a small creature as well.
Yeah.
But I'll just move there then.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Fine. So, full tap, then. He's going to use the longbow twice. Doesn't need to. So, first one is a 20 to hit with 10 damage. Which is enough to obliterate it. So it is dead. So, what would you like to do?
Korsck very quietly creeps up to the corner and kind of leans past it with his crossbow, like really far forward. He's not even braced it properly. It's like he's going to prod it away if it comes too close. It's like, is it dead yet?
Yeah, I think we got it.
Okay, come over here. Quickly as possible, please.
Okay. So, Folter will jump over. And he will comment that there is a door at the end of the passageway.
That's still on fire.
That is still on fire.
Lucy's still going to keep an eye on Amanita, so he's not jumping until she does.
Amanita's flown over,
Okay.
and she's going to go over to the door and like try and steer away from the gelatinous cubes. That's
Cool. Are you still flying over them?
yeah, I guess she'll be like trying to not touch him,
No.
and she will freeze the door.
Okay.
Lucy
Fire
follows Lucy follows Amanita, but just walks through the gelatinous cubes.
Would you do a dex save?
Yep. 13.
Okay. You discover it as a little bit slidey underfoot, but you manage to slide kind of Tom Cruise in Risky Business. Is it Risky Business? Across the floor. To the end. Cleo jumps over the pit. What's everybody else doing?
Korsck is kind of just like very gently prodding the what's left of the gelatinous cube with his boot. It's not inclined to go first for a while.
Hey, Korsck, you gotta be careful. I don't know if you've heard the phrase before, look before you leap. Just want to throw that one out there.
Yeah, they used to use these things for garbage disposal sometimes after the university did experiments. I never appreciated just how dangerous they can be.
I bet.
Thanks for helping, anyway. It was
It's
much
alright.
appreciated.
I'm just glad I didn't blast you with the first spell I shot across. That would have been bad.
You would have known about that, believe me.
I'm sure I would have heard some muffled screams of some sort.
You'll probably become tasty meal for the thing.
A cooked meal. Handed straight to it and cooked inside. Just what it needs.
Okay, now that we're done comparing me to boil in the bag food, let's go check out this door, shall we?
I'm just
It's alright, don't worry, Korsck. I'll pat him on the shoulder.
I'm just unfiring it right now, seeing as it's on fire.
I did that. I'm pretty proud of that. That was a good shot.
I will say Amanita is not making any eye contact as she's reading it, guys. Oh God. The memes today are on point.
Yeah.
So, you cast Frostbite on it. The fire goes out. You've now got a very rather black-looking rickety door. Still on its hinges, though. Charred. What would you like to do?
What's in the room you're in, or you were in, Korsck? Just before we make any decisions on where we're going.
Well, admit I didn't get a very close look around. I was a bit concerned about the cube coming after me.
Oh yeah, I understand that, but
Only that there's a slightly larger pool of acid than the one we jumped over to get here. I think there's a door on the other side, but I didn't give it a close look.
all right. Well, I mean that leaves us with options if anyone else is wanting to go anywhere else, but I'm not fussed.
So, what way are we going? Are we going to go have a look over there, or are we going through this door?
That's what I was asking. What do you think, Cleo, or Folter, or Lucy?
Well, we know that we need to head either south or, well, either south to try and double back on ourselves, or east towards the west towards the exit. So either way could be the right option.
If someone
Alright.
can check out the room with the acid pool, I'll stick to what I know best for now and get to looking at this door. And I will make an investigation roll to check for traps.
Doesn't appear to be trapped. It appears to be a door. There is quite a lot of, I mean, all around that area there's quite gelatinous gunk from the bits that flew off the creatures that you just fought.
Alright, so Korsck will reach into his pack and take out, what's the word? It's like a very heavy leather glove, and put it on his offhand. Gingerly turn the knob, yeah, exactly. And then prod it open with the butt of the crossbow.
Okay. The door opens into the passageway. And let me just show you what's in there. Really exciting stuff. Let me just sort this out as well. There you go. Really exciting room.
There doesn't appear to be much going on with this room. Of course, I know better than to make assumptions at this point.
Well, I think if all of us have learned anything from your experience, Korsck, we better be careful proceeding forward. Now,
Yeah, as you say, someone else take the lead this time. I'll just sit back and provide support.
Fuller, you want to peek in the corner? I think our group's kind of a bit scared. I mean, I entered a room once and I got killed, and well, Korsck has just been eaten. So
You do that, Amanita just like scuffs and literally kind of not like pushes, but like pulls Korsck away from the door and goes through and goes, "Fine, I'll go." And if as you feel her touch, it's like she is proper ice cold. Well, are you coming or not?
So,
Yeah, just as soon as I get this burn sorted. Jeez.
Amanita. Could you do a dexterity save, please?
Sure.
you have triggered the second owlbear room.
I know it's like you just walk into another gelatinous cube.
I'll roll in rubbish today.
Oh no.
The dice are set.
Hand of fate is not in your favor.
I would say she is pulling on her hood, making sure that no one's like looking like.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Right, okay, I need to roll your acid damage. Five again.
Alright, that's okay.
So you take 5 acid damage. Right, we'll keep the turn order the same as it was.
We had a feeling something was going to happen.
There may be an I told you so coming up after this.
That's
did
why I
it
was
for-
going. I'm assuming it ends at the door.
Oh,
Because I knew there was one right behind the door. Okay.
get my sheet. Where's my sheet?
Is that why you asked about the lightning bolt stopping at the door? Because
So,
Yeah.
how much damage did I take? So I'm going to have to write down
5.
5. I'll try and get my sheet up and loaded.
Yeah, you I think you should, maybe. You should be able to click on your token. And you'll get like 2 little things there. And you should just be able to hit -5 and it'll take it off. You should be on 39 now.
Yeah, it should be there now. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, cool.
Am I inside the cube?
You are inside the cube.
Oh, fair enough.
So at this point, Fulter just walks up to it and will. I'm just trying to read to see if there's. Okay, so Fulter walks up and grabs hold of sticks his hand in and tries to grab hold of Amanita. So that is a strength save, I believe. It's a 17. So he immediately pulls you out. So I'm assuming he falls back as well. So he'll move there. He'll move there. And he takes 2d6 acid damage.
As he pulls her out, she'll quickly make sure her hood's put back at, like, pulls it back up, like, wiping herself off, and she'll then just, like, look down and go, thanks. Like, kick the floor.
Face in the wrong place. So he takes 9 damage.
Yeah, those damage rolls could have been a lot worse.
And that's his go. So that then takes us to Lucy. I'm just picking up the turn order where we left it, if you know what I mean.
Lucy's gonna do a thing. See if it'll work. Can he push past Amanita to be where Amanita is standing?
I guess he could pick her up and move her.
Would that count as his action or free action?
Pardon me. I would say an action.
Damn. Okay, then instead... sorry, I just need to measure something. I don't think I can see there. Just in case there's any more, I'm going to cast Fireball. Can I see that square?
Which one?
This one.
Let's find out. Let me just move a few characters out of the way.
Yeah.
Fireballs, Marcus.
Ideally, I'd like to put it on this square, but
So
this one.
there's the line you can see.
It's good to see you. Ah!
So right there, I will cast Fireball, which
Okay, I'm
covers.
just gonna move. So
20
where are you exactly? Are you behind everybody else?
I'm behind Varric, I think. No, Korsck. I'm behind Korsck.
Okay.
Because I think.
So I'm assuming you ask Korsck to duck down before you do this.
Please.
Otherwise,
No.
he's going to explode right in front
Okay,
of
yes.
himself.
Probably.
Otherwise it'll kill all of us.
He won't say Korsck, but he'll just shout duck.
Yeah.
He won't specifically say Korsck duck.
Okay, and where are you casting? Do you want to draw a circle where you're casting it?
That's going to be a lot.
Like, Korsck is almost less than half Lucy's height as well, so it's not hard for him to get out of the way.
Yeah, about that. About that.
So is it what? Radius of 5, is it?
Radius of 20 feet. So diameter of 40.
So 10 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. Revolve that. Circled. Ah.
Yeah. It's
Say
a
what,
big.
okay.
It's a big radius. Let's just say that. Because technically it
I'll
covers
go
all.
I'll go with what you've drawn. So are you rolling it then?
Yeah. Yep. It's a save, I think. Yeah, it's a dex save.
The dex save or half damage, isn't it?
Yes. I'll roll the damage. Oh, where's the one thing?
22.
Yep.
DC 15.
Oh, it would cover pretty much the whole of the top of that room. And to there, apparently.
So what's the DC? 16?
50.
15.
Yeah, 50.
Okay. So I'm going to go nearest to furthest. So this one takes all 22 damage.
Cool.
And then this reveals anything in the path of the fireball. And so we had fail, save, fail. So I've already failed that one. This one's a fail. This one's a save. And the one at the bottom is a fail. Cool. So there are 4 cubes that you can see. So I'm assuming that's your go, Charlie?
Yep.
Cleo. I think... So Cleo will slip and slide to here. Did I move you, Cameron, and not move you back?
No, so I didn't move up. I just stayed there, so...
Cool. Okay. So... he will... cast... probably with the same... we'll use the same needed last time, and he will cast Spike Growth. So that is a 20-foot radius. Square. So objects. So I need to draw a circle. He can't. He can only see. I'm guessing you can see a similar level to Lucy. You can definitely see that square. So
yeah, it'd be the same size then as mine.
Yeah, so it's pretty much going to be the same circle. And let me just get rid of that. And then anything in it needs to do a save. The area becomes difficult terrain for duration when a creature or within the area it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. Any creature that can't see the area at the time of the spell can make... I thought there was a save. Nope, okay. So it is 2d4 piercing damage then. So I'm going to assume that they all take 5 damage.
That's a good amount.
2d4 it is, yeah. What's that? Yeah, must have. And then that one. Hang on a minute. Yeah, that's. I think I've done one of them twice. Just didn't do that. Cool. So that then leads us to Korsck.
Right, so I'm imagining this as Fault is still pulling Amanita out of the cube. Korsck basically starts panicking again, pulls out his dagger, hastily applies the wax to it, and then just hacks at it with the green flame blade.
Cool.
Like, that will be attack with advantage because Amanita's within 5 feet.
Cool. Or falter would have been at that point anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, true. And rolling damage on the first hit. So that's 16 to the cube in front.
Okay.
And that counts as 5 feet distance, right? Even though they're like...
Yeah, that's 5 foot.
Okay, so then the flame then agitatedly winds its way through the air and strikes the second cube.
Okay. For a further 5.
Yeah, for a measly 5.
That's just good. So that then takes us to the cubes. Let me just... I'll fire the right thing on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So when a creature moves within the area, it takes 2d6 for every 5 feet. 2d4. So I do the same thing again. And apply it to everybody who's moved. 7. That's a really good roll. So, and that's for every 5 feet. So I've got to try it times that by 3. So it's 21 for that one. Hey. Amanita.
Okie, I am looking to do this, but I'm trying to work out the area of where I'm putting it.
Ball lightning. 60-foot cylinder that's 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius, centered on a point you can see. So 60-foot radius is a cube that is 12 squares across. So I will assume that you do it so it gets pretty much the whole room,
But not the others.
but not you guys. So it's like over by the wall, kind of halfway down or wherever it is.
The room has now become...
Cool.
And I'll roll the damage. There we go.
So there's a save, isn't there? Deck save. There. What's the DC? 15. None of them succeeded. So what's damage? Is it 14?
Yeah, because the plus the extra 2 is the 1
If you're
for... Yeah.
Cool. 14 then. To everything. So we're inflicting a hell of a lot of damage to these things. But they're still all hanging in there.
Did any others appear after the whole room gets flooded with lightning?
Give me a minute. If I just took... I need to take... So I've already done that one.
This room is called the Wall of Jelly, in case anyone is wondering.
I would say Amanita is very angry, tense, the thunder and the lightning.
14, wasn't it? So, you find there are another couple that you can see. Amita.
Is everyone looking as well?
Sorry?
I'm just seeing how everyone's looking in health-wise.
So,
Oh, no, won't be able to do it anyway, because... Right, that'll be the end of her turn. Yeah. Can I get past Lucy and Falter?
if you ask nicely.
I don't think she's gonna ask nicely. You just barge him out the way.
I will assume you can move out of the way. You will suffer an attack of opportunity though.
From us?
Nah, don't worry. That's what I thought at first, but now.
Slaps and trips, that's what it is.
Okay. Are you moving?
Nah, that's alright.
Okay. So that then takes us to Varric.
Obviously being at the back of the pack, I'm just going to move myself 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to come up to over here.
Okay.
What's the space like around here? Like, is there enough room to like reach over and shoot a couple of firebolts?
I would say that you'd have to ask people to duck.
Oh, okay.
Still.
I would, yeah. Everybody get down, and I'm just gonna spend a sorcery point to duplicate my firebolt spell, and I'm just gonna hit these two. So just hit the first one first, and then the one behind it second.
Okay.
So first one, 17.
That's a hit.
And the second one, 14.
That's a hit.
That's it. Cool. So the first one takes 7 damage. And the one behind takes 12.
Oh. They're both looking fairly a lot, probably half the size than they were when you started off. Which takes us to Falter. He is going to ask Amanita to duck down and have 2 shots with his longbow. So the first one is an 18 to hit with 6 damage, and the second one is a 25 to hit with 11 damage. So he's going to go for the one he can see right at the front. So that is 17 total. It is now substantially smaller than it was. It's quickly trying to kind of gather. You see pseudopods sticking out, and it's trying to pull itself back together. But the slime's just kind of glooping down. So that leads us to Lucy.
Well, it's a good thing that circle's there, because Lucy's going to do it again.
Another fireball.
The nuclear option.
Right. So, Lucy.
It's meant to be a turn.
A dex save of 15 to all of them, please.
15. 1,
The minimum amount of damage they'll get is 15.
2,
If they fail, it's 30.
3, 4,
Really, Lucy just wants the health boost.
6.
And hopefully one of them is near death.
So, let me just check a couple of things.
Just had that moment where I realised I could have done something cool for the first time, and then it's too late now.
So the first one failed its save.
Okay.
It rolled a 3. It's dead. The second one rolled a -3. I mean, it's a natural one. It has 21 health. So this is dead. The third one rolled a 6. It has 17 health. So it is dead. The next one
This is where I wish.
rolled 2. So it failed. It had 22 health. So it's dead. The third one rolled a 3. So it failed. It has not less than 30. It's still alive. And then the last one rolled a 10, so it failed. It had health points of not less than 30, so it survived. At one moment, I thought you were going to wipe them all out, but then I realised the last 2 had only come into the battle at the last minute.
See,
Or at least the 2 that were in the range.
It's moments like these where I wish the temporary hit points would stack. And then for the last of my turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I will just push through to here.
Okay.
What is the save I have to do again?
Dex save, please.
Feeling not so lucky. Oh, wow. Natural 1.
Okay. So you take 3 hit points of bludgeoning damage, and you are now prone.
Cool.
So that leaves us to. Oh.
I don't like that.
How far did you move?
Yeah,
Other spikes! 30 feet.
The 3, so you take 2d4 piercing damage for. Let me see if I can find the thing that I've already rolled it. 2d4. I'll assume you've moved 3 squares across it.
1, 2, 3, 4 squares.
4 squares. So that's 8d4 damage.
Okay.
Lovely.
Wait, no, it was 4. Wait, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, it's actually 5.
5?
Yeah, it's 5.
That's 21 plus.
Yeah.
Oh no. Plus 2 plus. Yeah, so
25.
25 in total piercing damage.
So
And that's
another
in
4.
addition. And that's in addition to the 4 that you took.
Yep. So 29
So-
total. Cool.
Or 3 or whatever it was he took.
It's like Lucy's like an American president right now. He calls in the nuclear option, perfect level of drama to it, and then proceeds to Gerald Falls his way into the room.
Yep.
Perfect.
I don't know if you guys have seen the meme where it's like a slide, like a metal tubed slide and stuff like that, but it's got a cheese grater at the bottom of it. It's obviously been photoshopped to look that way, but that's Lucy at this point in time. He's just come down the slide straight into the cheese grater.
Cool.
And that's my turn. Or do I still get my free action?
No, I'm assuming that's your turn. I'm assuming you fell over and that's you.
Cool.
You cast Firebolt anyway. That was your
The free interaction one.
yeah. I would assume that given you've fallen over,
Yeah.
you'd have to wait till next turn to. So at that point, Cleo will dispel spike growth. And he'll probably just move up 1 at this point in time. He can't see any of the cubes that's in there. They're just kind of stuck behind everybody else, which takes us to Korsck.
Right. So, seeing Lucy dash into the room, Korsck basically thinks he's just committing suicide against the cubes, so he's going to dash in after him and try to cover him.
Okay.
So that will be a move to here. There's no spike growth anymore, right?
Yeah, but you still got to do a dex save because of the
Dex
slime.
save. Okay, so Dex 13.
That's fine.
Okay.
You do the sliding thing that Lucy did earlier.
Okay. And he'll end the turn by whoops, need to change my class. Readying his dagger as the cubes approach.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, and before I forget, bonus action, healing word on Lucy.
Okay.
Which I'll put in the chat in a minute. Oh, nice.
Very good. So that takes us to cubes. So that's 1, 2. Is that right? That's 1. That's 2. So that one can move up pretty much next to Korsck.
His ready action triggers. So that will be a radiant green flame dagger with no advantage.
Okay.
12.
That's a hit.
Cool. That is 15 damage.
Okay. So it will attack you.
Okay.
$22.
That is definitely a hit.
You take 15 acid damage. And then the next one. Will move over its dead counterpart and it will do the same. So that was a 9, so it missed.
Yeah, that's a miss. Yeah, a melee with Korsck is a bit risky because his armor class drops when I do that.
So that then takes us to Amanita.
See, these two. Where she is.
Yeah, you can see them.
Okie dokie. No, I'm not going to do Thunder Wave again, otherwise I'll kill them too. It's tempting.
Ow.
I like the idea that that's said aloud.
Instead, she will give out a deep sigh and just produce a flame instead. and shoot it at this one.
The one closest to you. So for
Yeah.
6 damage. Okay. Cool. So,
Have I got any bonus actions? That would be good. Probably not. Actions. Bonus actions. Nope. It's alright. I'll let anyone. Right, move on then.
cool. Very good. So, I will say that leads us to Varric.
I'm
And
gonna.
time for glory.
Hmm?
Now is your time for glory.
It's time for glory. See if I can pull it off. I'm gonna try and squeeze past Cleo here. Kind of just sidestep around him. Just need to check. Cool. And from here, I'm just gonna take like a quick swig of whiskey, kind of swallow it back really quickly, and then just charge up my breath attack and fire it across the two gelatinous cubes. Fire across the two cubes.
Okay.
So, so it's 2d6. This is a bad choice. Increases take 2 damage and half as much on a thing. Increases 3d6 at level 6.
So you are level 6, aren't you? So 3d6.
3d6. The DC is DC 11.
Oh, it's got a save, has it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Is
it's half damage on a save. So
is it dex save?
yeah, it is.
Okay. So 2 dex saves then. 1.
And the low
So-
rolls due to him choking on the whiskey before. before.
A 4 and a 6. So they both failed. So 3 damage each.
I'll be my turn.
Okay. So Fulter is going to politely ask Amanita to move out the way. And then he's going to go sliding this way. So he's going to have to do a dex save. (16), so he's fine. He does it even more great. He almost looks as purposely done it, and he just goes charging in, long sword brandished in one hand, shield in the other. Hits the first one for 22, and that is for 12 damage. Which obliterates it. He'll then continue his slide, doing another dex save. So he kind of falters a little bit. And as he's going down, he will make his second attack, which is a 19 for 10 damage, which he kills the second one, falls prone, gets covered in goop, and you will take. Where's my? Oh, he only takes 1 hit point.
So many times in this encounter that he has taken away my temporary hit points. By getting the kills.
From killing things, you may not just.
Yeah! Oh, no.
Cool. So, that is that. That is that.
Lucy will
So, yeah.
stand up
For now.
and just ask, so what was in the other room?
Didn't see much of it. Big pool of acid. I don't know. Did anyone look at it in the middle of that debacle?
I was gonna, but then I came across more slime, so I didn't.
In the meantime, Lucy, come on, get up off your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Says the kobold who was eaten by a cube.
Just breeze right past that. And Korsck will ring the bell on his wrist and try to pretend he didn't hit that last remark. Probably fail.
Lucy will start to try and make a path back to the entrance where the others are through the slime. Maybe I'm sure I've got something in my pants that I can use. I think I have a shovel. Yeah, I have a shovel.
Laying down a bed sheet one after another, throwing it down just to walk across.
I'll just shovel things, just like quickly scoop things and shift it out the way just so I can try and get through.
Right. Yeah, you might manage to move things out of the way. It doesn't look as... Your shovel looks quite shiny at the end of it, as though it's like taken the sheen off it. It's slightly acidic, but it's not like the grey ooze was. Probably not going to provide a serious amount of damage.
Lucy would like to see if there was anything in the other room before we continue in this death room.
Which
I'll
other
help
room?
Lucy.
The one that had the acid pit in it, the one that Korsck was in.
Okay. So there is a door at the other side.
Korsck, did you not see that there was a door?
I remarked on the door. Yes.
But I wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention. My bad.
If you want to hop across and have a look, you're welcome to try. I believe something similar happened recently. It didn't go very well.
Lucy is going to run
thinking
across and jump towards the door.
Okay.
And the moment I said that, I realised I shouldn't have.
I think at this point, Korsck, you need to stop giving Lucy ideas.
Oh, it's so fun though.
Not unless he gets himself killed.
Can Lucy see Amanita from here?
She turned away from you as you went past,
Mm-hmm.
as Jess put in the chat.
I mean, I wouldn't worry, Farrick. We wouldn't let it come to that. We didn't let it come to it with you.
Yeah, but do we have the necessary resources? I feel like that was quite an expensive procedure, and you know, I don't know if we've got more of that going. I don't have anything to.
Well, your concern is noted. I'll go and see what Lucy's gotten himself into this time.
While Amanita's still in view, Lucy will do that thing we spoke about. And
Okay.
That's what will be. That's what will be heard.
Okay. Okay. So Amanita in your head, you hear a voice. It's a familiar voice. It's the voice that you recall from when the god spoke to you. It says, "What's troubling you, my child?"
And she kind of mutters under her breath, "Well, you should know soon as you're a god and all."
Does the god answer, Charlie?
Yeah. Yes, talking through one's problems also often helps.
It just scuffs and kicks the floor again.
You know where to find me. Then the voice will disappear.
She's like confused because as far as she knows, God lives in the sky. From what Yin's told her.
Yep. And so with that, by that point, Lucy will be over here trying to check out this door.
Would you like to do an investigation check, please?
No, Lucy's just going to open it.
I suppose at that point, Korsck walks in through the corridor and is like, "Lucy, stop! I didn't mean..." And then he's opened the door.
As you open the door,
Yeah.
you hear a familiar noise.
No. If it's the noise I think it is, I want to shut that door immediately. I'm not doing it.
What noise do you think it is?
Is it the black hole noise? Lucy will remember that. It will be scarred into his head.
No. The noise goes... Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, that's all. Oh, okay.
We heard this sound before. Guys, this was early in the dungeon.
I was thinking, like, positive memories from that tune. What's this?
Guys, I found the exit. Lucy will just shout back.
I can hear you, Lucy. That certainly could have gone a lot worse than expected. All right, gang. Are we checking out the nondescript room filled with ooze, or are we just gonna head out and cut our losses here?
I think we should. I mean, we put in all that work to kill the slimes. I think it'd be worth checking it out.
I feel the same way. Lucy, can you come back?
Lucy will come back. Charlie doesn't want to.
Small temporary hit points, though.
Turn order is still on the screen.
There's one of two reasons for that.
Yeah. All right,
Hey,
let's go.
we don't know that though. I'm just
I
saying.
know.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So we don't know if the room is clear yet, right?
Before we do go in, I would like to heal Lucy, but I'm currently doing something on a different page, so it's like so I'll roll it once I've done this, and then I'll let you know how much I've healed you. I'm currently lassoing the picture, so if I quit now, I've got to do it all over again.
No worries. I will say he's only missing 8 hit points.
Does anyone else need healing? What she'll do is she'll put the healing spirit on the floor again, and anyone want to step in it can.
Okay.
Lasso done. Right, here we go. Alright, healing spirit.
Poor Sky, I think you might need this one back, just in case things get tough again. When I hand back the potion you gave me last time.
Much appreciated, Varric. I actually have an idea as to how we can more safely clear this room without having to use someone as live bait for oozes again.
Alright.
I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, actually. And he rummages around in his alchemy satchel, and then takes out, ironically, a gelatinous sphere with little red crystals ingrained across the, kind of suspended across the medium. Gives it a little spark with another tool, and then throws it into the room. And it expands as it flies, rather like an actual gelatinous ooze. Then it bursts into fire and begins rolling. And that will be a flaming sphere, which I will put in the chat for everyone. So we'll begin by putting it here. It lasts for a minute, and basically he's going to use it to sweep the room.
Okay. So you set off your Robovac, your fiery Robovac around the room, and you find no further evidence of gelatinous cubes, or anything else for that matter. The room is completely empty. Also, it would seem.
See, so there was nothing more to worry about. Any users were present, we would have set them alight by now.
All right. Well, I'll take first steps, I guess. Folter, can you come up the front with me, though? So I'm not on my own.
And as such, Wayne will remove the turn order.
Yeah. Just as a heads up, Korsck will maintain the fireball for as long as necessary, as long as he can, but it only lasts a minute.
Cool. Can I just say, Fulter's used 2 doses of the healing spirit.
He used 1.
Can I actually get in on that as well while we're here?
Lucy C and Varric went ahead to go, don't you only have like 1 hit point? Or did we fix that?
Fix what? Sorry.
Your
Just feeding.
your hit points?
Oh, my hit points were fixed. Yeah, no. So Cleo managed to clear my hit points back up to. I'm back up to full now.
Okay.
And Jess has put a message in the chat about anybody who uses it will notice that it doesn't have the normal mushrooms cuddling you, it's snowflakes instead. I'm guessing that means it's got a bit of a cool feeling rather than a warm feeling that you would have had previously. It still has the same effect.
To answer Lucy's question, Amanita will just like turn around and go. She won't make eye contact, but she's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you've gone
How
from
I'm normally
to there's a distinct change in the pitch of your vocal patterns.
It's just you, Lucy.
Yeah, come on, Lucy. I'm sure Amanita's just tired is all. It's been a long adventure in this dungeon. I'm sure we're all feeling the effects of it now.
Fine. Lucy's gonna just stomp off in a bit of a huff.
She will still refuse to make eye contact with everyone as well, I will say.
Come on, I suppose we'd better make our way out of here.
Agreed.
Do you have any plans to get past the Ring of Fire?
Are we not checking out this room?
I'm coming with you, Lucy.
Alright.
I could freeze it.
I was just gonna walk through it. Seemed to work last time.
So,
But still gonna check out this room with Varric first. just in case there's anything.
Okay.
If there's time, then Korsck will join you as well.
Cool. So could you all do an investigation check, please?
I'll be with thingy.
So
I'll be with Cleo, so I won't do one.
So, Lucy and Korsck. It's an empty room. Varric, you're a bit more on the ball. It's an empty room full of slime.
Ah, I see. Well, that was a waste of time. What's the point in this room?
Garbage disposal, probably.
Yeah, but why? Like, why have a front door to garbage disposal?
Large garbage?
I would ask, what is the point of any of the rooms in this place?
That's a fair point, Cleo. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at. This has been ridiculous. I'll just move over to everyone else.
Well, Cleo's actually there, but he'll assume that conversation's had when you get to the...
I mean, we would put in a complaint with the interior designer, and if he hadn't been dead for centuries.
Well, we don't know if it is centuries. We just... A long time, anyway.
This is full time. I actually wonder if it's some sort of... if they're actually cleaning devices. Yeah, I've noticed that Lucy's shovel went really shiny, and my blade seems to have polished up a little bit.
Are you trying to say that it was trying to clean Korsck?
Well, I think they may be acting two ways. I don't know. Maybe they just seen us as things that aren't normally here and decided they needed to clean it up.
Maybe. Korsck, how do your scales feel? Do they feel shinier?
They feel burnt. What do you think they feel like?
Well, that's kind of what I figured.
Well, I think they look a little bit shinier.
Well, then I guess we have our next forte for whoever gets to check out the use room.
So,
I'm sure it won't make your hair fall out or leave you unable to stand in direct sunlight for the next 24 hours.
See, and this is case in point as well. I want to make everyone aware of this in the group that I had hair, if my scales and Korsck scales were hair, they would have fallen out after being consumed by the cube. However, Korsck scales did not fall out. So,
don't people use acid to brighten their hair? So technically it wouldn't really. It could maybe not fall out.
I think it depends on the strength of the acid.
Yeah. So maybe they're hairdressers?
I just want to think.
I just want
It didn't seem dexterous enough for hairdressers.
Well, you don't really need to be dexterous if you can engulf your entire client.
Korsck is lost in thought at the suggestion. He's thinking about setting up a business up someday using ooze as hairdressing salon.
Wayne, I sent you a thing, but I guess I might as well just say Lucy's going to collect up some of this ooze if he can.
Slick backed hair using new gelatinous cube ooze.
You just see in the background of the advert, there's like a body there with the head entirely dissolved.
So you collect 10 bottles of ooze. As you are placing them back in the pants of holding, you notice there are a few things missing.
From the pants of holding? What things? Anything in particular?
The harvested materials from the owl bears seem to have disappeared. The
Guys,
pillowcase is still there, but the pillowcase is empty.
okay. Well, maybe these bottles. I'll check the bottle. Keep a note of it, and I'll check the bottles later on once I leave.
It did seem a bit strange for a owlbear to be in the middle of the room. Everything else we saw seemed to be some sort of magical creature, so perhaps they were an illusion.
Yeah, maybe one of you did say something about illusionary magic earlier.
I think me and Korsck both said that.
Yeah.
But it just said that the gelatinous cube in itself was some sort of magical creation, being.
It depends on the thoroughness of the caster. Some illusion spells dispel on any kind of contact with the target. Others, of course, can simulate the nuances of touch, feel, and death, of course.
But then why would it stick around if it died? Those owl bells were there, and if we could pick things off of them, that's a pretty good illusion.
Yeah, precisely. If the illusion was a very thorough creation, then short of dispelling the spell or being able to successfully see through the unrealistic portions of the spell, you would not be able to tell the difference until exiting its sphere of influence, at which point its influence over you would disappear.
Yeah. Weird.
Well, maybe this ooze stuff will also disappear. I guess we'll check.
Keep an eye on
I'll
it, I
check
suppose.
once we leave, I guess. See if it's still there or something.
It's possible. It would be an incredible feat to simulate the physical effects of sliding on them after they died, though.
Possibly.
Yeah. Well,
There's not really much we can do about it. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah. Nothing lost at the end of the day, I suppose.
Let's just hope our other takings aren't of the illusory kind as
Only
well.
even if we get through this and I get nothing out of it, I'm going to be thoroughly displeased.
You can always wish that your robe disappears, Varric.
I do wish that. In fact, I'd be glad. I'd be glad this one piece of clothing of mine would disappear. It's too tight, too small, doesn't cover my tail properly. It's not made for my tail. I don't have a tail. No one about, of course. Ignore me. Sorry, skip that whole bit. Cut that. But even so, if I had a tail, it's not made for it.
You tell a lot of tales, but
My tails are good. Don't even get me started.
so as you grow closer to the ring of fire, the song tune you have heard gets louder, and you bring yourself back to the room. You find that you need to cross the ring of fire this time to get out the other side. There's no sneaking around it.
Hey, Fault, I think this is where we found you.
Yes. Indeed. Yes. The rope's still there, look.
Oh, well, right. Well, do we want to fly? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the closer we are to the ground, the more likely this thing is to activate. So,
I can freeze it.
can you freeze the whole thing, though, Amanita? That's a pretty big area to freeze. It might just be easier to fly.
I can try.
All right, well, whatever works.
Okay.
Find it.
So, I'll give you a little bit of metagaming. To get through it, you will need to cast something that has some sort of non-instantaneous effect. So it would need to last for a few seconds so everybody can pull through.
So would a cantrip be alright if I keep doing the cantrip?
Yeah, I mean, if you keep firing it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she'll do.
I guess it would be difficult for you yourself to go through in that case. Because it depends what it is. I mean, if it's like an ice blast or something.
Let me put this in the chat. That's the one I've got. I haven't got the other. I haven't got the ice one, I don't think. Because I change my spells every time we have a long rest. It's like trying to remember where everything.
Yeah.
uh,
If you have to maintain the casting, then
Yeah,
I have one last trick that can get you through, but I'll be out of tricks until I can really sit down and with my tools again.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, my one can Misty Step, so
Okay, that's good.
So to get you lot through, she can frostbite there and then Misty Step through. That, and she can fly, so she could probably fly over it as well. Right. You ready for this, guys?
Yeah, so it goes from floor to ceiling. But it is a sphere. It's like a sphere, so I'm guessing you can, if you fly over the top of it, round the side. So it's more like a sphere than a cylinder. So I'm assuming you cast it. You see that it does dull a little bit each time you cast your frostbite. It on the floor. It kind of creates a little bit of an archway that somebody can nip through. So I'm assuming you do that, and you fly around the other side, then frostbite again, and get yourself through. I'm assuming you're heading towards the way you came in.
Yeah.
So that then. That then takes you all to the other end of the room.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I can move now.
Just need to do a couple of things.
I'll bring over the other two.
Okay.
Oh, I can't interact with Cleo.
Yeah. I know why. He was there before you were. That's all it is. So let me just move the map a little bit. So, you're in a passageway. A familiar passageway.
We all head to the end and look into the. It was the spike room, wasn't it?
Yeah. So you opening the door. The door is closed at the moment.
How did it work? Oh yeah, it's when we opened this door. It rotates.
Lucy
doesn't it?
remembers.
Yeah.
He walks up, sort of holding his butt cheek a little bit.
Okay. Korsck will open the door, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. So you open the door, and the room rotates, and then rotates back. What you do notice is near the entrance, there are two bodies on the spikes, dressed in armor.
New
Korsck
bud?
sorry. They are new. Falter, upon seeing them, turns white.
Are these your companions, Falter?
Yes. I didn't know them well, but at least it's more, you know. I guess if they hadn't strung me up, and they'd healed me, and I'd gone along with them, then I guess I would have shared the same fate.
You were fortunate, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry for your loss. It's not the kind of experience someone should go through.
Losing your friends always sucks.
They were my friends. I hired them effectively, but hey.
Should we try and get things out?
And do what? I don't know their families. I don't know. All I know is they were all hired by the same person. We were all hired by the same person. What we're going to do? Deliver two bodies to them?
No, but as a soldier, I think I'd appreciate a proper burial, at least, to even just in the woods. A burial's a burial. There were soldiers of fortune, for sure. A mercenary's mercenary, but that doesn't come without its own rules and regulations.
With that,
Lucy will mutter under his breath as well. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, with them saying about proper burial, Amanita will do craft this and start making flowers bloom, like as if they're holding bouquets of flowers, like a proper burial type thing.
And then under his breath, Lucy will mutter, and we kind of did lose a lot of things in this dungeon. Might be good to recoup some things.
Nope. I'm not agreeing with that, Lucy. Under normal circumstances, but there's a certain code that we have to follow with these guys. I'd appreciate that.
You may not have been close with them, but I can promise this will help with your heart at rest.
What kind of armor do they have on? I'm not saying I'm taking it, I just want to know. That's all.
Leather.
Okay.
Lucy, if you touch those corpses, I swear you're not getting that dragon armor from me.
I'm not touching it, it's fine. I'm just looking at the armor.
Now really isn't the time, Lucy.
Great. Sort of mercenaries of fortune if they've only got leather armor, that's all I'm saying.
No, they tried, though. That's what counts. Anyway, I'm gonna cast Fly on myself to fly across. But, now, so, the sorcery points thing says, with one of the meta magics I chose, it lets me duplicate the spell, obviously the twinned magic stuff.
Okay.
But you can spend it, so what it says is you can spend a sorcery point equal to a spell's level, 1 for a cantrip, to target a second creature in range with the same spell as long as the spell at the level it's being cast is incapable of targeting more than one creature. So, does that mean I could spend sorcery points to cast Fly essentially twice? So target myself and another creature.
Can you twin fly, you saying?
Yeah. Because I can only target one creature.
Given we're out of initiative, you could potentially cast Fly on people, then fly over, then cast it on yourself, fly over yourself. And we won't. We'll just assume it's happened. Alright. I think
What
you can
level?
have them. Yeah. So Lucy's got it as well, hasn't he? So
I can't use it currently, but depending on the spell level, I can target additional people.
I think for this room as well, we established that the spikes only rotate when the door is moved. Well, this particular door as well, not the door at the entrance.
It's when the first person goes through it, which is
no,
already
whenever the door is opened. Watch. And it closes the door and opens it. It closes the door and the room's going.
And I'm assuming that maybe this is also smashing into those dead bodies in the wall.
No, they're well impaled is all I've got to say.
Is there any way that we can get them out of there?
Yeah, you could pull them off.
Yeah.
But it just takes quite a bit of force, more than gravity, if you know what I mean. If anything, the room's spinning. The centrifugal force pushes it back, pushes them further onto the spikes. But when they're at the top, there's not enough. Gravity's not strong enough to pull it off. But a person could once it's still. So I'm assuming you start to make your way across the room. The tiles are not triggered. I will give you that.
Okay.
Trial and error will tell you that. You can stick Amanita's extendable pawl in and touch one of them and press it down quite firmly, and nothing happens.
Freeze frame on Lucy's on Charlie's face. Sorry.
Yeah. There's a few of them, but they just kept compounding. I tried to let them slide, and it just wasn't happening.
What's that? Sorry.
Expendable pull them off. There's just too many.
Sorry, I didn't actually realise what I was doing. Oh dear.
I was trying to let it go by.
Well, I won't be hard on myself for not realising. Anyway.
Should we? We crossed the room, right?
Cool.
Cross the room and I'd help take the bodies out.
Yeah. So that's the last room before the exit. So you make your way back through. Pyrite rejoins you, I assume, or
no, not yet.
You didn't leave it. Okay, fine. So you make your way through the kind of, it's bricked. It's like a stone slabs, and then it suddenly turns to periodic stone slabs and in amongst mud, and then it's just a mud tunnel that leads upwards. And you find yourself outside where you started. Let me just do something.
So I suppose we'll camp out here, get our gear and tools back in order before we head back to Catan City. Then.
So outside, the bodies of the sorcerers are gone.
Does it seem they were moved by animals or more carefully? Because we did hear wolves on our way.
Oh no.
No evidence of anything.
Not even a blood trail from the one Lucy. I think he slit the poor guy's throat. Yeah.
So we'll take a couple of minutes break there for a minute. I need to just do a couple of things. Not with this, with something else. So talk among yourselves, or grab the loo or a drink or whatever for you, and I will see you back in a couple of minutes.
See you in a bit.
So will we be having a long rest or a short rest?
Long, I think. Korsck needs to get his bag of tricks back up. He's only got 1 second level spell available.
Cool.
And needs to reactivate Pyrite. Yeah, basically the way that works is it's very similar to how spells are prepared. It's just, as a artificer, you have a list of infusions which are not spells, but work very similar to them.
Alright. I think I'll have a long rest. Short rest, sorry. While you guys have a long rest.
Short rest replenishes your spells, doesn't it?
Yeah. Also, the potions that you had go off in that period.
Oh.
The
That
one,
was I think I have a potion of boldness.
yeah, that's not workable anymore. It's just a liquid that tastes very bitter.
Right.
It tastes like you're drinking gelatinous ooze.
Is Amanita going through puberty?
No.
I'm so tempted
She's
to
very
turn.
confused. So very confused.
I've been giving you guys so many hints.
I
all through
know!
the time I started.
It's like my pet theory is that she's. It's a bit like. It's going to sound horrible, but thinking about a battery, it's like as it runs down on energy, it changes how the function's being performed, and then it just needs to be topped up again in order for Amnita to recover her nicer demeanor. Okay, tough then.
Yeah.
I have a
Something's up
theory,
with
but I don't want to say it in case it is what it is, and I don't
I
want to.
mean, how she would be, like, she'd have her cloak up there, but normally she would have it like that, but it's like she's proper, like, pulling it down like that so you can't see her face. So, yeah.
I'm guessing Amanita's going to be going to sleep with the rest of them.
No, she might stay up for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yes.
Again,
Uh-huh.
she will have her cloak over her face.
That's an interesting one.
Lucy is like a dog with a bone. He will find out at some point. He doesn't know what he'll find out. He'll find out something.
Oh, I've actually got the artwork as well, all ready for it.
Nice.
If I have to bring the voice back of God back, we will bring the voice of God back.
Oh, God.
Hello. I must admit, I did enjoy the thing in the chat about the mushroom puberty.
Lucy doesn't know what's going on. He's just asking questions.
Right. So, you make your way out. I'm assuming you leave. As you leave, you feel a arrow whiz past, or whiz along the air and thud into this tree that's in front of you. We're very combat heavy today, but could you all roll initiative, please?
Oh, man.
Once I put the tracker up, there we go.
That cancels the long rest we were going to do, so I need to just make a couple of changes.
Cool.
And I will stop wasting time and roll my initiative.
So that's Cleo. Volta. Oh, I know why Cleo's. You can't control Cleo. It's because he's an NPC, not not a character. Whereas Fault is set up as a character. And then I need to do a number of people, so let me find this dude. Oh, where have I put him?
Jess, I thought you were rolling bad, that first initiative roll.
Means I won't be getting another one though, like that. Although for some reason it's put it as a 10.
Yeah, I don't know why it's rolled
Because
twice
rolled
then.
twice.
Okay, I'm just looking for something at the moment. Have I? Edit? Yeah, where's he at? It's like one of these things where you look for stuff. Let's go to the overlay. Let me just double check that. I don't think they would have. I don't think I would have put it there. I've lost the character. It's alright, I've got a thing set up for him, but I'm just wondering where his token is. Weird. And of course, I've got Marcus in there who doesn't need to be there, so let me get rid of him. So let me just GM info overlay. So one. And I'm guessing I need to put this dude down as well. So I'm on the right, I'm on the GM info overlay, so I don't know where he's gone, so I will just drop him back on there somewhere. So that why has he not appeared? Layer. Token layer, that's what I want. So that's where the thing has come from. So let me just roll initiative for him. I can get rid of the gelatinous cube. So I need one of them. I need one of them. So sorry about this phone call. So that's him done. And then so let me just reorder the initiative order. Descending. Everybody on there?
Everybody's there, but Amanita's got 10 instead of the 22 for initiative.
Weird.
So I don't know why it's rolled it twice there.
So it should be 22, should it?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, it seems to have rolled twice. So 22. Yeah, so let me just reorder. So Amanita, you can see quite clearly that there is a half orc that shot an arrow at you.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I would like. Let's go in there. Sorry. Oh, he's over there. She's angry. She will cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
She'll do it out there. How far away is he actually? Good question. He's in range, I think.
Okay.
Thunderwave works by putting a 15-foot cube beside you somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, so that wouldn't work. It's too far away, unless you approach him.
Yeah, she'll probably fly a little bit forward, so how far would I have to go to...
You need to be within 3 squares to get him.
there? Let me just double check some. Yeah, sorry, it's not Thunderwave, I want this one. There we go. Cool.
Lightning. Oh,
Yeah.
you're outdoors as well.
That's the one I'm after. She'll move there though. Like she'll move.
Yeah, it's not stormy conditions though, so you don't get the additional.
Yeah.
And where are you casting it?
It'll be around him, like 12.
60-foot radius. So that's 20 squares across. Okay. So are you centering it on him?
Yeah.
Well, centering it on him as best you can. Okay. And it
As
is.
long as it don't hit us, it don't matter.
And it is 13 damage. Okay, fine.
Did we lose Amanita?
No, sir. 13 damage. Okay. And he's got to do a dex save, has he?
Yours.
DC 15. And is it half damage if he succeeds?
So just looking. Or half as much damage on a successful.
Okay, so it was what, 13? So it's what, 7? Or do you round down? I can't remember if you round up or round down. No, it's like rule 1. I'll just assume.
We've been rounded down, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Okay. In which case I'll add one more back to him. Okay. So is that the end of your go?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where's the initiative order at? What have I done to it? Turn order. There we go. So that then leads us to somebody you can't see.
Is he in the spot he shouldn't be in?
Okay, so he will, let me just make him appear. Hang on a minute. Oh, what am I doing? Right, Leia. Token Leia. Somebody's just dropped off.
It's just me, sorry. I was just to my camera quickly.
Alright. So, this dude, he will... In fact, let me have a look who the next one is. Okay. So, he will... drop down to a position just kind of behind Varric. And he has multi-attack, so he makes... okay. So he will go at Varric first with his scimitar.
Uh-oh.
13.
13 misses.
Okay. He will go at Varric again with his scimitar. 10.
Misses.
And then he will go at Varric with a dagger. 14.
Misses.
Okay. So that's him done. So that's another 3. You sure you can't hear that in the background?
Yeah, possibly.
We can't hear it.
Okay, that's good. So the next one will come out of hiding. Yeah. So hopefully I've moved it on. Yes, I have. So he will... So 30 feet. We'll move up to Amanita. 2 attacks with the scimitar. 21.
Yep.
4 slashing damage. 13.
No.
Okay.
It meets, actually. It meets, so yeah.
So yeah. So that's 5 damage. So that's 9 in total. And then he will go at you with a dagger with his offhand. 7, which is a miss. That's his go. Okay. So the next one we'll just shift out the way slightly. GM layout. So this one will come around here and do the same to Korsck. 2 scimitars. So the first one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's it.
That's 5 slashing damage. The second one is a 22 to hit with 9 slashing damage. And then the attack with the dagger is a 20
Jeez. Okay.
with 4 piercing damage. Which then takes us to Varric.
Awesome. So I'm going to take a massive deep breath in, and then I'm going to spend a sorcery point as well to do my twin magic, and I'm going to cast 2 poison sprays at these guys. So that's the one directly behind me and the one in front of Korsck. If I can reach the one in front of Korsck, actually. I can't.
What is the spray though? Is it a corn or something?
No. It's I'll display it in the VTT.
Cool.
So you extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range, and a puff of noxious gas from your palm, and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. The creature must succeed in the Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 or 2d12 in my case poison damage.
So I would say that that the area between you and that one by Korsck is too crowded.
Okay, that's fine. He's out of range anyway, so I won't bother aiming at him. But I'll just do the one in front of me.
Just the one in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's the damage? So he's got to do a DC 14 con save.
Yep. Oh, excuse me.
So his save was 5. So he failed. So he takes 11 poison damage.
Yeah.
What's the consequence?
There's no like continuous effect or anything like that. It's just the one off.
So minus 11. Cool. So that then takes us to somebody else. So he will layer token layer. So he again will drop down and he will attack Cleo. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. And then I need to work out what Cleo's AC is. So it's 15. So the first one's a hit for 4 slashing damage. The second one is a miss. And the third one is a hit for 5 piercing damage. So that then leads us to Korsck.
So I completely forgot to call this after the attack. Is it okay if I do it now, the radiant counter?
I would say no, given a couple of turns of a couple of things have gone by.
Okay. Did we get time to pop potions, or was it basically like a surprise attack?
It was like a surprise attack, so you can pop one now if needs be. But I'm assuming at the end of the last battle you re-equipped your belt with a potion, so you get your one for free.
Yeah. Oh, the one for free. Okay. Okay. Not good. So I think. Okay, I'm going to take a decision which may not seem very sound. Feel free to call me out on that. But I'm going to use the potion action to use the resilience elixir that Varric gave back, which boosts AC by 1. And then, because Korsck is flanked right now, he's going to take a dodge action.
Okay.
And he can't do anything else.
Okay. Cool. That then takes us to Lucy.
Do any of them look different or in charge?
They all look like half orc bandits at the moment.
Which one looks the weakest currently?
I think only one of them has been hit. Which is the one in the... Oh no. The one in front of Amanita is probably weakest at this point in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think Lucy will move here. And 2 of these. Oof. 24 and an 8. Natural 1.
So the 24 definitely hits.
12 force damage.
Oh, yeah, okay. 12.
Yep.
Cool.
And I guess that'll be my turn.
Okay. So it was on the one by Amanita, wasn't it? That you. Yeah, fine. That then takes us to Fulter. So Fulter will jump over this bit of tree, move here, and then he will attack the bandit that attacked Korsck with his longsword twice. So he rolled an 11 and a crit. So let me just have a look at the. So 11 wasn't enough. So it's 9 plus 5 crit damage. So that's 14. Okay. Which then takes us to Cleo. Cleo will cast. He will cast Thunderwave on the 2. So his 15-foot cube will be not include Korsck, but he will cast it on the 2 that are by him and Varric. Assuming he's got the spell slots left. He has. He's only going to cast it at first level though. So that is 15, but they need to do a con save, both of them. So the first one failed. The second one passed. So I just need to check one thing. What is that doing now? Get rid of that. So Thunderwave. So half as much damage. So I would say that it goes left to right. So the one in front of Cleo gets pushed back and takes full damage. That's all 15. And the one next to Varric just takes the 7. And that's his go. Which then takes us to this half-orc. Over here. So he will move up to Lucy. And he'll attack, flanking Lucy.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3. So the first one's miss, the second one is a crit for 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the
12
third
doubled, or is that?
No, it's just 12. It was 8 plus 4.
Alright.
And the last one's a miss, I believe, given your AC's 15. 15 plus
my AC
whatever.
is 20 currently.
Why is it 20?
So the 15 base plus a +1 because of the armor I'm wearing, plus a +4 because I've got a shield +2.
You don't get any bonus because of your armor.
I don't? Okay.
Nope.
What about the shield?
The cloak just overrides it. So you would have had, your AC was like 13 or something, wasn't it?
The 13
So you get,
with
you
it,
get
yeah.
2 for your shield, so it's 17. I thought we had this. Wait.
It's a +2 shield.
Okay, fine. So
So
you
it
get
would just be the 4 extra AC for that then, and that should be it.
okay. So you get 2 anyway, and plus another 2. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it should be 19 then. Okay.
So it should be 19.
Should take
Cool.
away that.
Fine, but it doesn't change the result.
Yep. No worries.
Change the result. Cool. Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine. Fine. I was forgetting he had advantage, but it's fine. The other two miss anyway. So that takes us to Amanita.
Okay. Right. I've been reading up on this one quite simply. So, as an action, she is going to cast Healing Word on Korsck. There you are. And as a bonus action, I am going to use this.
I thought Healing Word was a bonus action.
It can be, but I've also got it in my spell list.
Yeah, but I think you cast it as a bonus action.
Did I?
But this one's an action, isn't it? Spirit Totem, so that's fine.
Totem's in my... totem is, as a bonus action, you can magically summon a spirit.
Okay.
Did it put it in the chat? What?
This appears as that, so it looks like an action in the chat.
Yeah, on D&D Beyond, it's not in my actions, it's in my bonus action for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Xanathar's thing, so let me have a look at Druids and Xanathars, and it will hopefully be in there. I think what it's saying as an action is wrong in things, so that's fine.
Or 20.
So that's your bonus action. I thought Healing Word was a bonus action there. So what I'm reading here is they are different, and are different for a reason. So unless you've specifically got something that says you can use a bonus action as an action, it has to be a bonus action. And I think, because Cleo's got it, Healing Word is a bonus action spell.
Okay.
So a spell will either be a bonus action or an action, and you can cast... I think you can cast one or the other as a bonus action, as long as... And then you can only cast a cantrip as the other, if you know what I mean. So I think... Yeah, so I think you're trying to do two bonus actions at the moment, but you could do it next... You could do your Spirit Totem next round.
Yeah, I'll just do the Spirit Totem next round. I'll just heal Korsck for now.
Okay, so do you want to do an action as well, given that... Healing Word cantrip, isn't it, if I remember rightly?
Yes.
Right.
No, it's an actual spell.
It's a spell, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so I can't if I use... As long as I use a cantrip, I can use the Healing Word as a bonus.
Yes, I think so. Yeah,
But
cast
to be honest,
one bonus action.
Instead of using a spell, she'll heal Thingy as a bonus action, but as an action, she will pull out her scimitar and attack him.
Okay. So, that is a hit. Fairly sure. Yeah, 15. So, 8. Cool. And then, okay. Would you like to do anything else?
No,
Cool.
that's it.
Fine. Actually, could you roll your scimitar again? Because you technically got advantage.
Yeah.
Just in case you get
Okay.
crit.
No.
Okay, fine. It's fine. It's just the 8 then.
Burn the one.
I'll probably end up doing that. It's a good thing that I put that Spirit Totem in so you can then study on it. But what I'll probably do is I'll roll a dice and see which Spirit Totem, because I can't decide. I'm a very indecisive person. So I'll tell you next round. If
So, I
do
mean-
use it.
Yeah, so I mean... So one bear gives you temporary hit points. Hawk, which won't stack with Lucy's thing. Hawk... Sounds as though when a creature makes an attack or roll against a target, you can use your action to grant advantage to that attack roll. Or use your reaction. Okay, fine. So you can use a reaction to give them advantage. Or you get an advantage on ability checks. So I guess it's I'll leave you to think about which one you want, but
Yeah.
Given the circumstances the group are in. So that then takes us to this bandit over here by Varric. So he is going to take a swing. So 21 to hit.
It's
8 slashing damage.
ooh. 8.
18.
18 hits.
9 slashing damage.
Uh-oh.
And 20
It hits.
for 5 piercing damage.
Oh.
You just survive on 1 again.
Oric sat there thinking, I know this feeling.
It's a different feeling. I got slapped in the chest before. This is stabs and cuts. It sucks. At least the other was instantaneous.
So that then takes us to the one by Amanita. He is going to attack Amanita. So he'll do the same thing. So scimitar. So 23 for 4 slashing damage. The next one's a miss. And then 23 for 7 slashing damage. So that's 11 in total. Oh, no, actually, scrap that last one. I rolled the wrong weapon. So the four's still there. Dagger. 20 for 4, so it's 8 in total.
Okey-dokey.
Which then leads us to So having assessed the battlefield, the one that Lucy was obviously looking for earlier. Once I go to the right layer, appears and heads towards Lucy. And because Lucy is flanked, he has advantage. This is an elven gentleman, and he will make his first attack. And he gets sneak attack as well. So that was a 26 to hit Lucy. And then So the damage is 9 plus 4d6. 18. So 27 damage in total.
So I'm guessing if that brings me down, I can't use my reaction. I'm just down.
You are just down.
Cool. What was it? So 27. 27. Let's see what that does. I am just down.
Okay.
Yep.
He will then move on over here to reassess what's going on. Which then takes us to the next person on the thing, which is this dude over here. So he's going to attack Falter. Falter being the bigger of the two threats at this point in time. So scimitar. So that's a 20. So I believe that hits. That's 7 damage. That's next one's a miss. And then the next one is a miss as well. So just 7 damage to Falter. So who does that lead us on to next? Varric.
Cool. Hearing Lucy go down, I'm gonna take a quick peek, see that he's fallen over and is on the ground, and there's an elven guy strolling up to me. I'm gonna cast Twin Spell, go for 2 firebolts. Two firebolts. I'm just gonna put my hand straight in the guy directly in front of his face and just fire it off straight into his face. And then focus the other one with my staff at the other guy.
Okay. Roll your spells then.
So the guy in front of me first. 16.
Is that 16 damage?
No, 16 to hit for the guy in front of me.
Yeah,
first.
that's a hit.
Please, and then an 11 for the assassin.
That one's a miss.
That's a miss. All right. Just the guy in front of me. 11 points of damage.
Okay. I'm going to move as well. Where can I move to? So what's like passable terrain and what's not passable terrain? So this is a wall along here. So you can move there. You can move the one next to the right of it, the one to the right of that, or the one north of Cleo. Whereas you can move to.
This is just 4, but if he moves to the one north of Cleo, does that provoke an opportunity attack at all?
No, because I'm moving within its engagement range.
Okay.
However, I ideally want to get out of engagement ranges.
Yeah, it's just
and not
I
move
feel like
forward.
they're just going to follow us, and we're getting rapidly surrounded by a lot of threatening dudes at once. So I think I would say that we need to clear them.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to stay where I am. I think that's the best call, is to stay where I am, because I can't do much else. And if I stand in front of Cleo, I'm just going to get in the way of like another thunder wave if he wants to pull one off. So there's no point. That's not the best thing to do.
Cool.
I'm going to move in front of Cleo, and I'm going to tell Cleo, focus on the guy that just brought Lucy down, and I'm going to just step in between and go back to back with Korsck.
Okay. So that helps my next attack a lot.
So that takes us to this dude by Korsck, who is going to attack Korsck.
So normal, I think, because he's flanking the dodge action.
Okay.
And I will interrupt him after his first attack with something else this time.
So, scimitar. He's an 11.
Okay, that's a miss, so I can't interrupt.
Okay. Then, so do you only dodge one of them?
Dodge action is basically on all attacks incoming for the round. It lasts until your next turn.
So, 10.
No.
14.
Nope. Okay, so I can't do my thing.
Okay.
So it only triggers on a hit.
That's fine. So that then takes us to Korsck.
Okay. So we need to clear these guys quick. Korsck is going to switch to his dagger, which is a bit of a risky move, but it's worth it. And he will attack the guy to the north of Varric with it. Which should give advantage.
So he will parry.
Oh, so like increases his AC or something.
So he's got 2 extra AC.
I have advantage on the attack, so this should work.
Don't speak so soon, Sam.
14.
So you missed.
So, and Korsck will then use his bonus action to do... This is kind of the best thing I can do with the spell at the moment. Spend the last second level spell slot to do a healing word. And I think it has to be... I don't know, what do you guys think? Varric or Lucy at this point?
Stabilize Lucy's my thing. I'm still standing, I can fight. And I've got other...
I mean, this should revive Lucy as well, because it's it'll give him back enough hit points. It's equals 1d4 plus spellcasting. So that's 2d4 plus 6, I think. I've got that alchemist ability. Roll 2d4 plus 6. 12 to Lucy's health.
Okay.
So he can at least do something next round.
A potion through. It just splashes all over Lucy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I would do
So-
something more creative. It's just completely tied down by guys.
Mhm.
Cool. Is that your go then?
Yeah.
Cool. Lucy. So you're currently prone.
And becoming unprone, I'm assuming, takes my free action, yes?
No, it takes half your movement.
Oh, that's fine. So I'll become unprone, and then with my free action, I will use one of those potions I have handily, just waiting.
Okay.
If I can get to it. Why can't I? Oh no, has my page frozen?
So remember, you only get one free. So it's
Yeah.
I assume you have one hanging on your belt,
Yeah.
and that's one free per encounter rather
Yeah.
than. Per
I'd have to
turn.
go to my bag for another one. Okay, so roll it. Another 13.
Cool.
That's good.
I'll wipe away and then look at the guy that, well, basically killed me or knocked me down.
So
who
the
I
one that's
believe
now over here.
is This one.
Yeah.
And in his back, because I'm assuming he's not facing me,
He's kind of stood sideways. He's assessing
11
everyone
and a
around him.
21.
The 21 hits.
7 force damage. And then I'll just shout, "You think I'm done?" And hopefully get his attention.
Okay.
And then I will move to here. Which should, I think, ruin the flanking for now.
Yeah, kind of, in a way.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
So that takes us to Falter. He's going to, over difficult terrain, go to the other side of that guy, and he is going to It was this guy that parried, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to attack this one, who again will parry. But he can only do one attack. So the first one will parry, I guess. And then, so that's the one that parries. Oh, it's a crit. So that's 18 slashing damage, and then he'll have another go. And because he's got advantage, he's got another crit, and that's 13.
The luck is all on the DMPCs this session.
So that's 31.
And at one point, we thought about killing him.
Yeah.
You thought about killing him.
Okay, so he's looking a bit worse for wear now. Still in there though.
Oh Christ, he's still in.
Which then takes us to Cleo. And Cleo will what's he gonna do? How's everybody looking for health other than Lucy?
I'm down by 8, but I'm still lower because of the clay golem.
Yeah.
Missing 11.
He'll cast just have a look at it. So as his bonus action, he will cast Healing Word on Varric. That gives you another 6. And okay. He is going to cast Thunderclap. So I think. Oh dear. You create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range, other than you, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage, which is 1. Yeah, so it's 1 action. So everybody has to do a DC 12 con save, I think.
To fail this, and I'm going to lose all the health that he's just healed me back.
No, it's only 1 damage if it
Oh,
hits.
it's only one that-
Yeah.
Is that including Amanita and Lucy?
That's everybody.
And there's where the good rolls were.
So that dude's failed. -1. And then I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these dudes. So con. So succeed, fail, succeed, succeed, succeed. So out of all of those, the one next to Varric, to the left of Varric, was the only one that failed, and the master dude failed as well. Job's good, in. That was a bit
I
useless, wasn't it?
I
Sorry.
only got a 6.
Oh, so you take 1 damage,
Yeah, that's alright.
I think. That's how I'm translating it. Well, it seems a bit odd because it seems to roll an attack as well.
What levels, Cleo?
He is 12.
So it would have been 3d6, because I have Thunderclap as well.
No, because it's not on his level, it's on the spell level. I think.
No, because mine's is 2d6 and I'm level 6. And it's once you reach 5th.
level.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. It's still only rolling it as 1d6 though.
I don't know then. That's weird. Mine lets me roll 2d6 for it.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll assume it's just the 1. Yeah, normally I think that is the spell level you roll it at, isn't it? But I don't know. Rather than your druid level. Or
Yeah, it's your character level.
Yeah, normally cantrips do level up though, don't they, with your level?
Mhm.
I don't know. It's fine. It is what it is. He's not got very many lower level attacks, to be honest.
Mhm.
He's filled his cantrips with shit like mending.
Mending can be good. Don't ever doubt it.
Druidcraft. So that's the end of Cleo's go, which then takes us to this dude by Lucy, who is going to take a step to the right, or 2. Yeah, he'll take 2 steps to the right, and then he'll do the usual whack, whack, whack. So scimitar, dagger. So miss. So 9, 12, 16.
Na 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 na.
Cool. Which takes us down Nita.
Okay. Right. She will use that spell as the because it was a bonus action, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think it. Well, I'm not sure it is a spell actually, but
I mean, do you want me to take it as a bonus action or an action?
take it as a bonus action. I think it's wrong in Roll20.
Yeah. So with her action, she will use a cantrip and where are you? Spells. There you are. To produce a flame and attack this guy.
Okay.
Does that hit?
No, that's a miss.
And in the instead, she will then.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. That's fine.
There you go. She's chosen the bear totem, and she will do that.
Grants you and your allies the might of endurance. Each choice in the aura. How big's the aura? Did we say?
I'll repost it. Let's see. Actions, bonus actions.
5 plus your druid level, so 11 then, isn't it?
30 foot radius.
60.
Yes, around that point.
Oh, where's the point?
I'll stick it round there.
So, yeah, that gets everyone.
Fine, cool. So that's everybody gets 11 temporary hit points, is it?
How do you mark temporary hit points? So I'm not quite sure how to do that.
I know what you do on D&D Beyond, but
On your sheet, you can. There's a bit below, but I don't know how to do it in D&D Beyond.
So for Charlie's benefit, you will get 11. You'll get the max of 11 or what you already had. If you know what I mean. So it won't stack with your other ability.
Oh, they were all gone. I was down to 0
Oh,
temporary
yeah.
hit points. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you get additional ones this time,
Yeah.
it won't stack with 11. Cool.
And you get advantage on RC strength saving.
Cool.
And that'll be my turn over.
Cool. So, is everybody okay to continue on for a little bit?
Yep.
I am, yep.
Cool. So that then takes us to Orcs. You know what they're going to do. So this one here, the one to the left of Varric.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go scimitar onto Varric, scimitar,
Gonna...
dagger. So that was a 15.
Misses.
Okay, so the 10 misses as well, and then he got a crit with the dagger.
So I don't know how shield works, but can I use that as my reaction to block that, or is that before you announce the hit roll?
So I think it's fine. I'm happy for you to.
So what did he roll with the crit?
He rolled 10, so it was 25. So he rolled a 25.
Oh, the shield would be pointless then because it only adds 5 to your AC. So I'd be 21 with my AC, but if you roll a 25 to hit, and he still hits.
Okay, that's fine. So you got 10 damage then.
Okay.
You just took 10 off.
Yeah, I've just taken 10 off because of the temporary hit points. They've come off in D&D Beyond, but not
you've just netted. Fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's him. Next guy is going to attack Amanita. So scimitar, dagger. Once it reacts, try again. Dagger. Right. So the first one's a 12, which I'm assuming doesn't miss. 17.
Yes.
So that's 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the dagger was a 24.
Okay.
Which is a 5 piercing damage.
So that's 11. So that takes away all my temporary hit points.
Okay.
I just gained them. No, I've lost them.
Well, you know, it did its job for one attack.
Yeah.
So,
I did that now.
okay, so that then takes us to the boss dude. He is what's he gonna do? He's probably gonna roll back into. Always going to roll over here and help this dude because he looks. No, he can't. He can't without provoking opportunity attack. So he will come over here and attack Cleo. So he gets 3 attacks with his short sword. One of which I guess he's flanked, so he gets sneak attack on one of them. So he'll do that on the first one. 26. So he gets an additional 4d6. Ooh, 60. So he gets a total of 26 piercing damage. Well, 26 on Cleo. He then will take you to the 2 short sword attacks. So 24, so that's 7 piercing. And he gets a crit, so that's 11, so that's a further 18. Cleo will be healed.
If Cleo dies, it's not my fault. Just want to make that clear.
I'm in some disbelief at how well the enemies are doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So that then takes us to this dude that's flanked by Korsck and Volta. He's going to attack Volta again, like he did last time. So scimitar, dagger. So 14, 6, 15, they will miss. Which takes us to Varric.
I'm gonna twin my spells. I'm gonna cast double poison spray on the 2 guys I'm in direct contact with.
Cool.
So first one is 6, and the second one is 16. So looking at it, so the guy on my left would be the first one, and then the guy above me would be the second.
Okay.
And then that's just 2 DC 14 saves. Constitution saves, sorry.
Well, I've already took the damage from both of them, but Constitution saves.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So the first one's a 7. The second one's a 10.
Awesome.
At least I don't have to correct what I... Okay. So that then takes us back over to this guy opposite you. He is...
I mean, I think Korsck went for him last round.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for Korsck, actually. Because he's got the flanking advantage. So, scimitar, dagger. So the first one is a critical hit with 9 slashing damage.
Okay, so I'll apply that, but Korsck is going to call his counter after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just, what was it? It was 9, right?
Yes, it was 9.
Okay, it's not too bad. Okay, so I'll just put it in the chat. He has to make a con save or be blinded.
I think the attack advantage to attack rolls against them. Okay, con save. 11.
Okay, so his next 2 attacks are equal. They're normal attacks. No advantage.
So the first one's a 21.
That's a hit.
That's 5 slashing damage.
Yeah.
And then the second one, he rolled a 10 and a 17, but it's a 10. Without the advantage. So it's just a 10, so that's fine.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just a 5. So you got the 9 initially, then the 5, and then nothing. He missed.
Okay.
I just told you the 17 because he would have hit, but he
Yeah.
missed. So it was worth doing the counter.
Yeah.
Cool. So that brings us around to you, Sam.
Right. Okay, so I've got 2 targets here. I'm tempted to go... I just want to have some team input on this. I tempted to go for this guy because then if I get the hit, I can deal damage to this guy as well. I'm just not certain if it's actually going to clear any of them this turn, or I can basically gang up on this guy with Folter and try to ensure we at least remove one of them.
So the guy who is fighting Fulta has the lower HP. He's looking worse for wear.
Yeah, with Fulta's turn's coming up soon. So if no one has any objections, I'll go for this guy.
I think that's a smarter thing to do, in my opinion.
Okay. So that will be... Yeah, I think that will be it, actually, for the turn. So it will be Radiant Dagger with advantage.
Cool. Yeah, because he's blinded, isn't he?
$24.
Didn't need the advantage, so that's a hit.
Okay. So that's 13 damage on him.
Okay.
And then the green flame then leaps to the guy next to the Varric and does 15. Solid damage roll.
A good one.
Oh, crap. Undo. Right, what was he? Great. Undo. Is that no? That's moving him, which isn't what I want to do. I want to. I forgot what he was on. Okay, there. He's on 18. That's fine. And then this one, yeah, that's right. He was on 31. 15. Cool. They're both looking reasonably worth wear now. Which takes us to Lucy, I believe.
Lucy, feeling a bit brave since that guy missed 3 times, will move to here.
Okay, so you take a
Gets an attack of opportunity.
no. It is scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Cool. Yeah, that hits.
Sorry, didn't hear that, did you?
Yes, no, 20. I heard 21. I didn't hear the damage.
No. Yeah. I stayed quiet because the fire alarm was going off.
Oh no, couldn't hear it.
I know if I'd spoken it, you would have heard it. So 21 to hit and 9 slashing damage.
Cool, and then could it do a dexterity save, please?
A dex save. Okay. So it's your hellish rebuke, is it?
Mm-hmm. So he was either going to miss or get burned. Either way.
4.
That is not save. So he gets 11 fire damage.
Okay.
And then just for good measure, 2 of these. So
Yeah,
a critical
I'll
and a
try.
16.
Okay. What your damage?
Critical is 24, and the 16 is 12, so 36 plus the 11, 47.
Okay. So he's still hanging on in there. It's looking worse for wear.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty
That's
much
bad.
on. He hadn't taken much damage when you started. So, right. So that takes us to Fulta. Fulta is going to attack this guy twice with his longsword. Once I open his character sheet. So, longsword. 1, 2. So, 2 hits. The first one is a 9. The second one is a 7. So 16 in total. He is on death's door. This takes us to Cleo. Cleo is going to cast Thunderwave on this guy behind him. I think. Or is he going to... Yeah, he'll cast Thunderwave. And he will cast it at 2nd level. No. He will cast it at 4th level. Given he hasn't got that many attacky type spells. So he has to do a DC 17 con save. Which he crits on. So he takes half damage. So that is 23 in total. Halved is 11. Not great. Cool. And then I think that'll be him. Which then leads us to this dude who Lucy's just attacked. He will actually come up here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and he will attack Amanita.
And so we don't earn our long rests.
So 17 is the first one for 5 damage, and then the next 2 miss. It was a 10 and an 8. Oh no, he's got flanking. 12 and 13, so still miss, I believe. So that's 5.
The 13 hits.
Sorry?
The 13 hits.
The 13 hits, okay. So that is...
Yeah, it makes it, so...
So that's 5 piercing damage with the dagger.
Okay.
So that's 10 in total. So that then leads to you, Jess.
Okey-dokey. Let me just do my health side. I've got 16 health. Okay, and with that...
I think my evening meal might be ready soon. Sorry.
5, 10, so I'm still in range of him.
Okay, so you're provoking an opportunity attack. Okay, so he'll go at you with his scimitar again.
Yeah.
15 for 8 slashing damage.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to heal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to heal. I have to use Healing Word as a bonus action and then use a cantrip. I was gonna do something else, but I'm really Healing Word as that.
Okay, so it's 7.
As an action, I will frostbite the one that I'm still in front of.
Okay.
How much did I heal? 7.
So he's got to do a DC 15 con save. So he rolled 13. So that was a fail. So he takes a 7 damage. 25. So he's starting to get icicles on his eyebrows and everything. Cool. Is that you?
Yeah,
Jess?
that's me done. I can't do
Cool.
anything else.
Cool. I think I can smell my tea almost ready, so we'll do this round and then we'll end for the week, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
So then that takes us to this dude by Varric. He's going to attack. He's going to help his leader and attack Cleo, actually. Just after 15, right. So scimitar, dagger. One of them hits for 9 slashing damage. So Cleo is looking in a dire situation at the moment. So he's not down yet, but he's very close to being. So that's half. So that's the first one. The second one is the one by Lucy. So he's going to attack Lucy. Scimitar, dagger. So 19, 15, 19. So
The 19 hit.
So the 2 19s. The first one is 4 slashing damage, and then the next one is 6 piercing damage. So 10 in total.
Okay.
So the next one. So I've done him. Oh, it's the other guy, the other side of Cleo. So he's going to make 3 attacks with his short sword. And with the first one, Cleo is down. So then he's going to move back over here. In 5 minutes, okay. Send a child to tell me what my tea's ready. So that one is. So he's then moved down towards Lucy. He's then going to make 2 attacks on Lucy. 23 for 8 piercing. And 17, which is a miss, I believe.
That is a mess, yes.
Cool. Which then takes us to the dude between Korsck and Fulter. He's going to turn and attack Fulter. Scimitar. Dagger. Miss. So he got a 9, a 13, and an 8. Which takes us to Varric.
Here's a question. I don't want to move, but I also don't want to hit Cleo with my next spell. Is there any way that I could fire it over him without affecting him?
Which spell is it?
Lightning bolt.
It's what, sorry?
Lightning bolt. So given the nature of the spell, if the beam travels over him, it would normally hit him. But is there a way I can kind of...
I would say given he's prone, because he's down, you miss him. It's like he's at your feet. Basically.
Yeah. Awesome. That's fine then. I'm going to do this then. I'm just going to kind of ignore the other two just very quickly. This assassin guy is too much hassle and is going to put more people down, so I'm just going to straight up fire a lightning bolt at him.
Okay.
No, it's Thunderwave, sorry. No, that's the wrong one.
So he's got to do a save anyway, hasn't he?
He does, yeah. That's 26 damage.
Wow!
29 with my elemental affinity.
Okay. What's your elemental affinity? Oh, right, okay. It's just a...
So it's just plus 3.
14 dex save. Is it halved if he saves?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
22.
Fried out, just like Mama used to make.
14. Cool. Which leads us to the bandit, just the other side of you.
Yeah.
He is.
I did spray him in the face, but
This is the blinded guy, actually, isn't it?
He is blinded, yes. He's got disadvantage. So he's just flailing. So he's probably going to attack. Probably going to attack Korsck because he kind of knows where Korsck is.
Okay. Go.
So 7.
Nope.
6.
No.
8.
No.
Okay.
And I think we know what Korsck is going to do next.
Yeah. So that takes us to Korsck then.
Okay. Just same as before. Radiant Dagger with advantage. He's no longer blinded. If it becomes important later.
Oh, because it's come round to your turn again. Okay.
Yeah. So it's to the end of his next turn, so he can only be blinded for 2.
Okay. Cool.
Set advantage. Okay. 24. Of course, all the good rolls come now.
That is certainly a hit.
Okay. Does 18 do it?
18. His hit points are currently 18. He is dead.
just.
So of course, like he's flailing around with his scimitar and dagger, and of course, just very smoothly steps beneath his next swing and catches his arm,
Okay.
kind of grapples him, and then stabs the dagger straight into his armpit and into his heart.
Okay. So I'm assuming the flame jumps to the next one.
Yeah, as he pulls out the dagger, and the second guy takes 13.
13. Almost, but not quite.
It's still looking a lot better than it did when we started.
Yeah. So that then takes us to Lucy.
Okay. I'm guessing this guy's the one that ran away from me earlier.
He is.
Can I hit him?
What do you mean? Can you hit him?
I just want to shoot him.
He's just about half. I would say he's got half cover.
Let me see, what's my health? What does half cover do again?
I think it's AC +2, something
I
like
think
that.
so. It definitely adds to his AC.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm just gonna move. Opportunity attack.
Half cover is +2.
Yeah, so I've moved to there, which will give that
So
guy
you get an
an opportunity attack. Hopefully.
Who's the guy you don't want an opportunity attack of?
Yeah. Well, if I go down, I go down.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
9 damage.
So, guys, I'm down again. I had exactly 9 hit points.
Did you blast yourself with a spell? You may have missed that.
Brent's
No.
Force uses the Eldritch Blast on himself instead.
Yeah, no. Yep, so I'm down.
So this takes us to Fulter. Fulter is going to attack this guy right in front of him. Which is 25, causing 8 damage, which wipes the guy out, so he's dead. He is then going to run round here, jump over this log, and attack this guy. Which gives us... what am I on? What am I on? Longsword. 16, which is a hit, and gives him 5 damage, so he's not quite killed him. So Cleo needs a death save.
Do we have any healing left?
I don't
I
know.
have a greater healing potion.
Okay.
So that is 1 failure.
Just out of game, remember Lucy has a bag with many things inside it, including a very large selection of potions. Just that he cannot reach at the moment.
So last turn is this guy that Fulter has just attacked. So he will do likewise. Scimitar, scimitar. Dagger. Miss. 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 Cool. So, we shall end it there for the week.
Yep.
Bit of an epic backup battle.
Yeah.
I'm now just
On to
imagining
death zone.
Cleo and Lucy just sort of staring at each other, emotionless. Just-
We travel and roll, our intentions are good. Maybe we find